Hi, I was there. I was in the room. I heard everything, and they were talking about you. Do you want to know what they said? Do you want to know what happened? Well, I can tell you. I support executives on their journeys to the C-suite and to the boardroom. As an executive search and talent solutions consultant, I'm in the rooms where the conversations happen about who gets the seat and who doesn't. I hear the accolades and the criticism. I will share what I've learned in 2+ decades in this business to help you navigate the landmines from executive presence to leadership style to career mapping and everything in between. So go get your favorite beverage and pull up a seat and let's just kiki while we strategize. How does that sound? Today, I'm going to talk about a video that I saw that was very good. It was by Cass Thompson, Cassandra, and it was on the top 10 most common job interview questions answered. I'm going to link the video down below. I'm not going to go over every point that Cass made, but she went over some very common interview questions. And I just want to add an addendum to that to say most of the videos that you're going to watch and most of the advice that you're going to get generally on YouTube or anything that's produced for the masses is going to be not as relevant for executives. So if you are director and above, senior director and above, VP, don't even think about it. You're going to need some additional insight. So I have 3 additional tips to supplement what Cass Thompson said in her video for people at the executive level. Ready? Okay, let's get started. Now I have my notes over here. If I look away, don't mind me. I just want to make sure that I cover everything. So the first thing, and people often say this, is to use the STAR method when interviewing: situation, task, action, result. And I say that executives need to use the SOAR method or the SCAR method. The SCAR method is situation, challenge, action, result. And the SOAR method is situation, opportunity, action, result. The reason why you don't want to use the STAR method is because you're not task masters, you're not managers, you're not task oriented people, you're visionaries, you're leaders, you're solutions oriented. So you want to talk about a challenge that you faced or an opportunity that was presented to you. So if you talk about, let me just tell you why this is important. Look at my handy dandy notes. All right. So you want to demonstrate as a leader strategic thinking, right? And you have to frame the problem strategically as an opportunity or a challenge, not as a task. You're not given tasks to execute. So talking about challenges and opportunities really demonstrates your ability to frame a problem strategically, think strategically, navigate complex situations. This will highlight your critical thinking, strategic thinking skills. All right. You want to talk about impact and results? Yes. STAR, SCAR, SOAR all talk about results. Um, you want to talk about impact as an executive working through people, not a task master, not someone who's just checking things off and getting things done. I'm going to talk about how you work through people. So that T in STAR doesn't work for executives. You want to talk about problem solving and innovation, especially as an executive. because you a lot of times you're not running a playbook. You may have to often create a solution that has never existed before. So again, that task doesn't connote innovation. Star, sorry, scar or soar. Um, then definitely storytelling and engagement, alignment with organizational goals, all of those things. That's why I say that instead of star, you need to use scar or soar. That's number one. Number two, additional thing. This may sound a little obvious, but it doesn't always come across for some of you executives. I'm telling you, I have spoken to you. You need to be brief. I once heard somebody say that they could tell you the history of the world in a minute, in a sentence. Be brief. There's a great book that we used to tell candidates to read and also was very widely read throughout the organization when I worked for a well-known biotech. It's called Be Bold, Be Brief, Be Gone. Definitely. So, being brief will demonstrate executive communication skills, right? Nobody wants to listen to a whole long monologue. It also shows confidence when you can be brief. It allows people to ask questions and to engage in conversation. If you're just talking, it doesn't allow for conversation back and forth. It doesn't allow for questions. It doesn't allow for an exchange of ideas. You also want to be brief to respect the interviewer's time. And you want to highlight your prioritization skills because if you're just rambling and throwing up on everybody, um, it doesn't show that you can synthesize information, that you can identify the information that's most important, and then put that out there. And let me just tell you, people will say, okay, duh, that's obvious. But for some of you who've been executives for a while, and have a title that people defer to you, you don't even realize that you're not brief because people defer to you. They won't interrupt you. They won't cut you off. They're listening to you, but it's painful because you talk too long. Please be brief. Three, the third thing that I want to say that's important for executives is be likable. Again, this may seem obvious, but some candidates that I interview are so focused on being smart and being creative and being innovative and showing those skills that they forget that you want to be likable, you want to make a connection. Um, I remember one time there was a candidate interviewed and she was very straight back. Posture was impeccable. But she came across as so rigid and inflexible, and she didn't lean in. She didn't make any attempt to connect with the interviewers. The feedback, which sounds a little bit ridiculous, but too professional. But you don't want to be so professional at the expense of being likable. I hope that makes sense. But professionalism is important in any job. Um, but you need to build rapport. At the executive level, you have to build trust. People who are going to work alongside of you have to be able to trust you. Um, you want to demonstrate that you're a culture fit. Um, and a lot of that has to do with how you can interact and get along. And you want to show some emotional intelligence, which if you're so super focused on even results, that sometimes that EQ doesn't come across. Um, Leadership qualities. People don't want to follow people they don't like. It's done in many cultures, especially in a command and control, very hierarchical cultures. But the way that corporate cultures are shifting today, it's very important to be likable. And you know what? You're likable. You are likable. You just need to let that come through in the interview. You don't have to be fake and phony. you're likable enough. Also, if you're likable, you'll be memorable. And so that will help you secure the opportunity. So I hope these tips were helpful. Please do me a favor. This is a new channel. Hit subscribe, hit the like on this video, comment, give me some feedback. I'll make videos that answer any questions that you might have, or if you have anything that you would like to see me address, please put that down there. And as a thank you for staying all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. So, what I did was summarize the top 10 interview questions and answers that from Cass Thompson's video. And again, I summarized it. So, it's a note. Highly recommend you go watch the video because she provides a lot of context and examples that aren't in the summary notes. And then you can come back and look at the notes that I provided for you below. Summary. Actually, I didn't provide it for you below. You're going to have to comment below notes. If you comment on the video below notes, then I will find a way to send you the notes. And the notes will also include my 3 additional tips with context. So go watch Cass Thompson's video, then comment notes, and I will send you the notes. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the bell, share. Share the video with people you think these interview tips will help. Thank you. Hope to see you soon in the next video.